and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen.
And I'm Nick.
We retired early back in 2022 and we've been slow traveling since. We haven't made a video in a while. We've been a little bit busy, but we want to get ourselves caught up and share with you guys all the travel that we've done over the past few months.
We've still been traveling. We just haven't been doing the videos.
Yeah. In today's video, we want to talk about our experience in Budapest, Hungary. We were there for about 76 days, so about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And we want to share with you guys what that was like being in that place for a long time.
We got to Budapest in early August, and we were there through roughly mid-October. So we got to see a season change, which was really nice.
Yeah. We try not to stay right in the middle of where the tourist area is. We try to stay, if possible, a little bit away just so that, again, we just get more of a local vibe. And our apartment overall, we did not do a specific video for this apartment. It was a good apartment. It wasn't perfect. They never are. But overall, we were pretty happy with it. We had a pretty nice big balcony and we loved that, because the views from the balcony were amazing. The sunsets were great.
Incredible.
And the only downside, like Nick mentioned, was that it was a little bit loud from the traffic and also sirens. So I think we were near a hospital or some sort of medical facility, because it was like all the time sirens. It didn't matter what time. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there was quite a bit of noise, but overall, we had a good experience in this apartment.
And it also put us really close to an awesome park called City Park. It was always bustling, full of people. And, you know, there was a hot air balloon there that you could take up. We didn't. There was a castle that was there. There was a museum that was there. And many nights of the week, 3, 4, sometimes 5 nights a week, we would go over to that park and just take a stroll in the evening after we had dinner. So it was great to be where we were. By that park was a 5-minute walk away. So
correct. And one of the things that we love to do is that every night, like around, I don't remember if it was 7 o'clock, a cute little fountain show would happen. Yeah. So we would always make it there and be there ready to go for the little fountain show.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the things we did in Budapest. Probably one of the more popular things is the St. Stephen's Basilica, which of course we went to, and it's really gorgeous. We only opted to do the Basilica, the church part of it, but you can get a more expensive ticket to get panoramic views from the dome and whatnot. We didn't. We did the church only. It was about $7 per person just to do that. And that was fine with us.
The church is really beautiful. I mean, really take your time in there. Just being inside the church was plenty for us, and we were happy with that. We did not need to go up to get views.
You're going to realize in Budapest that there are going to be many places where you can go to get panoramic views. Right. I mean, it's a city with hills all around. So.
Yeah. So for example, Castle Hill. In Castle Hill, you have Fisherman's Bastion, which is this beautiful structure. Yeah. And again, you're getting panoramic views of the Danube, of the Parliament building, because this is across the way from the Parliament building.
Stunning views.
So you get beautiful views. And it's not just, you have the whole area has Fisherman's Bastion, has the Royal Castle, and has a church as well.
Castle Hill is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as well as Gellért Hill, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Stunning views, great panoramic views of the city, all the bridges, the Parliament building, like she mentioned. You'll be able to see St. Stephen's Basilica from up there. It's beautiful. Just you go to the area, visit it. Awesome.
Yeah. And it does take again, they are hills, so you kind of do climb up a little bit, but it really isn't that bad.
No.
It's not that strenuous.
No. The Central Market Hall, which we went and visited, and it was cool. We felt like it was a little bit more on the touristy side based on the things that were for sale and whatnot. But we did want to mention, definitely when you're there, go ahead and just look up in your maps, look up other market halls. And you're going to see a bunch of other market halls. Visit them. The ones that we went to were very beautiful. One of them we visited, we bought local wine. We bought a plastic bottle from the lady that was selling the wine, and she, opened up the tap to the barrel and got us fresh wine, and it was a couple dollars. It was really cheap for a whole bottle of wine. So
the market halls are beautiful. The structures are beautiful, very European, right? but yeah, visit the other ones because you're going to have less tourists and maybe a more authentic experience. Hero Square is another UNESCO. It's amazing how many UNESCO World Heritage sites are in this beautiful city. But Hero Square, lots of statues depicting their heroes, basically. It is a significant national symbol for them. It's got their history, and I guess it's a place where they display their national pride. So one of the things that you, again, just with any country, right, be conscious of when you visit some of these areas, but just keep in mind that there's a lot of history behind these places, and it means something to the locals. So while you're taking your pictures and walking around, just make sure that you show respect for where you are. And Hero Square is one of these places.
Yeah, definitely. The thermal baths, they're popular around the area. We went to, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but it's the Széchenyi Thermal Bath, and it was about $34 per person.
Yeah.
We spent the entire day there. We got there before 10 o'clock, and I don't think we left until about 3 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
We were all pruny, and we spent the whole day jumping from sauna to cold water to hot water. It was a really cool experience.
You guys don't know this, but when we are looking for gyms, which you guys know we always do, we always try to find a gym with a sauna. We love that kind of therapy. We love a sauna. We love a steam room, that kind of thing. So we were definitely in to do this thermal bath.
Yeah.
And
in addition, the mineral water that is
absolutely. So we love this stuff. Like, it's just, we find it therapeutic. And so even though this is touristy, and you're going to have people from everywhere, especially this particular bath, which is just gorgeous. The beautiful yellow color of the building is just striking. And the building inside, of course, is also very beautiful. So, so yes, a lot of tourists come here, but I gotta say, it's one of those things that it's absolutely worth it to do. It is the saunas are hot, the cold water area is cold. Like you got the whole therapeutic experience of a thermal bath, and it was wonderful.
It's really cool. I'm really glad we did that. I would do it again.
Yes.
We did not actually pay for tickets to go inside of the Parliament building. What you have to remember is this is a working Parliament building. It's not just an old building that you can go in and see and you have free reign and take pictures of everything. No, it's not like that at all.
Right.
You're guided through the building, and there are certain areas where you can take pictures and a lot of areas where you can't take pictures. And we just felt like seeing the outside of the Parliament building from different angles, different views was we were going to get enough out of it for what we wanted. It was about $43 per person to go into the Parliament building.
And we felt that just the true beauty and what truly represents Budapest for many people is that Parliament building, the outside of it.
The views from the Danube,
building itself, the river, exactly. During our time here, we were fortunate enough that we got there at the beginning of August. So we were here for the August 20th celebration, which is St. Stephen's Day. Yeah. St. Stephen is a very significant person to the Hungarian people. It is like the father of Hungary, basically. The founding father of Hungary. So they have a whole array of different activities, different things that are happening. The Parliament building gets decorated beautifully. They have a whole celebration, and they have multiple things happening throughout the city, but this is obviously the biggest thing, being by the Parliament building. They have a flyover, jets flying over,
really impressive military display and flyover, and
helicopters
right in front of the Parliament building, and right over the Danube. So the helicopters are flying low and showing off and doing different things, and it was really, really cool. This is very impressive.
Yes. Yeah. So if you happen to be visiting in August, don't miss St. Stephen's Day in Budapest, in Hungary, I'm sure in other areas as well. And another thing that we really enjoyed is the Hungarian State Opera. I'm not sure if you have seen this in other videos. People, like, you can walk in and just kind of see the lobby area of the opera.
And you can do tours too. You can do a tour of the State Opera House as well.
Yes.
Instead of a tour, though, we opted to just get tickets to the opera.
There happened to be an opera while we were there. I mean, that's what's nice about staying for a while. Yeah. So we were able to walk right up to the ticket office, choose our seats even and everything. And for about $27 per person,
Yeah.
so 50 and change,
Yeah.
we were able to attend an opera, which was the first time we've ever done that.
First
We have
opera.
never been to an opera, and
Super
it was
cool.
amazing.
Really
It was so cool.
It really was.
So
Yeah.
the building is so stunning, so you can't miss this. You need to go and at least go take a look at the building. Get a tour if you want to go see the inside, the actual performance area. But it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous building, which is kind of like the running theme in Budapest. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, their buildings are just beautiful. We mentioned Gellért Hill before. Well, in Gellért Hill, there's a church, and it is a cave church.
Yeah.
It's a church inside a cave.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive to go in. We paid about $3 per
$3.50
person
or something. Yeah.
to visit. And it's actually not as small as you would think. Like
Yeah.
you go in and first you see like this grand area, but then you go inside at the bottom and it is like different rooms,
Yeah.
different, I guess,
Different areas.
different areas, yeah, where they have services with pews and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible, and it's inside a cave.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful, and for the price, don't miss this. This is really, really great to see.
Yeah. Something that we did, which was really cool to get out in nature, we went to Normafa Park and we did a hike. And we took the bus out there. It was just an easy bus ride. It was on the left bank, so in the Buda Hills. And it was just a great place to get fresh air and get beautiful views of the city. But that was just a cool little getaway where we could hike. I think it was something like 3 or 4 miles total. Mm-hmm. It wasn't too bad of a hike at all.
Another place that we went to that was also very green and a place where you can walk around is Margaret Island. Margaret Island is also like almost like a park. You walk in and it's greenery, it's little trails, lots of grass and people with their dogs and just picnics and
you can
all
rent
kinds of stuff.
You can rent bikes there. You can rent like side-by-side bikes I saw available for rent. The bus actually does go out there. Another nature-driven thing that we thought was really neat was, I'm going to butcher the name again, Palvolgi Cave. And just another situation where it was just a bus ride. We jumped on the bus and took it out to this cave. This is the longest cave in Hungary, and just one of those hidden gems that we felt like in Budapest. It was us and just a few other people.
Just maybe like 6 or 7 of us in this guided tour.
In total for the whole tour. And this tour was about $12 per person, and we toured this cave and wear a jacket. It was cold in there. But it was very interesting to see the different formations, stalactites, stalagmites, and learn about the cave, learn about the history. Yeah. So it was very cool. And when you're out there walking around, keep your eyes peeled for some tiny little bronze statues. They range in size. They're called the Kolodko statues, and there's a cheat code. You can actually look it up on Google Maps, and there's a lot of Kolodko statues that are labeled in Google Maps. The exact locations aren't perfect all the time, so you still gotta search around and hunt around. But it's a Ukrainian-Hungarian sculptor that made these statues. There are about 40 of them scattered about the city. We had a really fun time going around and hunting for these little gems. We just love
these little like scavenger hunt type, because what's cool about it too is that not only are you hunting, just having fun, it gets you out into the city, gets you into areas that maybe you wouldn't go to.
You never know what beautiful building you'll see, what other, maybe you'll discover an awesome restaurant or coffee shop to try out, So yeah, it's just fun to hunt for these things.
All right, guys, let's talk about food. Yeah. Their food is very just comfort food. Your stews and your soups and, that kind of thing. Yeah. So one of the things that we discovered while we were here is that there are restaurants called vendoglos. So the vendoglos, and if you can do a search for that,
that's the local food, that's the local cuisine.
Right. Yeah. The restaurants are going to be that. They're going to serve a lot of their
goulash.
Traditional food. So of course you need to try the goulash, which is the beef stew, chicken paprikash. So it's paprika chicken basically, but they are very proud of their paprika. Yes. And they are known for this. If you go to the market halls, if you go to the different, places to shop, you're going to see the Hungarian paprika. And yes, it is very delicious. So have this meal as well. It's chicken, basically chicken stew in there with their paprika.
Yeah.
Very yummy.
Yeah.
On Fisherman, there's a Fisherman soup as well that they have. It's just big chunks of fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's very delicious.
It's kind of like the goulash, but instead of beef, with fish.
With fish.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another thing that we love about these restaurants, some of these, maybe not all, but some of these restaurants are just beautiful inside.
Yeah.
Like you step
Sometimes,
down into like a basement type, and then you get in there and it's like
a cave. Yeah.
Beautiful, just bricks all over.
So
and
that's the cave thing again. We love the caves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the restaurants could be just, and again, they're not pretentious. They're just simple, but just beautiful. And the food is just good food, you know, home cooking, just, you can't go wrong.
And if you go to Budapest, another thing that you're going to have is a chimney cake. Delicious baked spiral cakes. And I mean, honestly, for me, the traditional, not filled with anything, just get the traditional one with cinnamon or cinnamon sugar. That to me is delicious. And just like pro tip, try to not buy them in the tourist areas. You'll probably pay about double for them. Look around. I know it sounds funny, but look around the train stations, because sometimes there's around the train stations, you'll be able to find them a lot cheaper. So another very popular dish and a very popular item is langos. And we just had it the classic way, which is sour cream, cheese, and garlic. Yeah. And we had it multiple times. So
it's a dough basically that gets like fried, and then it gets topped.
Piece of fried dough.
It's actually really big.
Yeah.
So then they top it with the sour cream, the cheese, and then powdered garlic. Yeah. So that's you can have it with different toppings, of course, but the main way to have it is that way.
The first time we got it, we each got our own, and it was
it was so
a lot
big.
of food.
Yeah, that was a mistake. The next time we were pros, so we shared one.
Yeah.
But really delicious. You know, so don't miss out on the food. No. You got to try the food.
Something that's kind of funny to mention, and this is not typical for us, but we went to McDonald's while we were here.
We are not typical McDonald's eaters.
And we try not to really do chain stuff. We try to eat the local stuff. Yeah. However,
this is not your typical McDonald's. It is the building. It is beautiful inside. It's just the architecture. It is not what you would expect.
They have a little platform of seating above the area where you would order your food. But we sat up there, and sitting up there gives you a really cool vantage point, because you can see the whole, you know, the floor, people coming in, people eating, and you're up there in this beautiful, beautiful old building, and you're in a McDonald's.
Right. We just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that you're going to hear about every time you see a video about Budapest is the ruin bars. So the ruin bars are basically bars that are in buildings that have been revamped, you know, buildings that maybe didn't look so good before, and they redid the building. Yeah.
Old industrial area type buildings.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't drink a whole lot, but this was cool to go and see. One of the bars there's multiple bars that you can go to. We went to Simple Kurt. We're probably mispronouncing it, so sorry about that. But again, the area was just cool. You go into this just big building. You order a beer, and then you just sit there, and there's so many different seating areas depending on what you want. You can be outside by trees, or you can be inside, and cool furniture, just kind of very laid back.
Like writing on the walls, kind of like graffiti on the walls.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to do. It's cool to visit.
We really enjoyed the ruin bars, just very laid back. I imagine that there are times that might get more crowded. Like we went during like a middle of the week, middle of the day, and there were not that many people, so it was kind of fun. But ruin bars, check them out they're just fun and laid back, so you can really enjoy. Yep. And speaking of bars, near our apartment, across the street from the main train station, which that we were close to, which was Keleti, there was another bar there that was called Keleti Waiting Room, and such a small, if you blink, you miss it. Because
we wouldn't have known it was there had we not been there in the summer. In the summertime, they put a little patio outside with maybe 3 or 4 tables, and you walk into downstairs into this bar, and it's old stone or brick building, you know, and it's really cool in there. They have all kinds of local Hungarian brews.
Very cool place. So a small little bar, but that was really fun.
Yep. Another bar that we want to mention that we just kind of stumbled upon was called the Viaduct Bar, and it's the bar areas are located underneath the tram line, and you sit out right next to they have chairs and tables and stuff sat out right out next to the Danube River. So you go in and order your beer or drink or whatever you want, wine, and you go underneath the train. So when you're there, you know, sometimes the tram is going over, but the tram's always going back and forth. Get your drink and go out and enjoy it by the river, which was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that one we truly, you know, really recommend if you have a chance to do it, because of the setting.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't imagine that you're going to have a bar underneath the tram.
Yeah.
And then to be able to come outside and have it right by the river, it was really a wonderful experience.
Yeah, really cool.
You know. Let's talk about the cafes, because as you guys know, we love coffee. So we are always looking for places to go and enjoy coffee. Now, of course, you're going to see everyone talk about the New York Cafe and how beautiful it is and all of that. Yeah. And I gotta say, yes.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
It's beautiful.
This is a gorgeous, gorgeous cafe. Completely overpriced, a touristy spot for sure. Yeah. But it's an experience to be able to sit there, just have a coffee. We kept it simple and had a coffee.
All we did was we had our coffee, and we went midweek. Go early because there becomes a line after a certain time. So if you can go midweek and go early, that's, I guess, the pro tip here. It gets really busy, and it's beautiful, and it's worth trying. It's worth at least just try it.
It's worth it. It's just so gorgeous in there. You want to spend the time. You want to sit there and have a coffee because the place is just stunning. Another cafe that we went to that was also very beautiful is the Parigi Udvar. Yeah,
we were seated quickly. We were seated right away, and we had coffee, and we had an Esterházy tort, which was really good. Arguably, I mean, New York Cafe is gorgeous, but I mean, this is its own type of gorgeous. It's really, really pretty inside. Yes. This is a common theme in Budapest. I mean, all these structures, all these buildings are so pretty, but this cafe, Parigi Udvar, was very pretty.
This cafe is also, you know, not cheap. It was also touristy, I suppose. Yeah. But it's another, you know, you're going to overspend. But it doesn't matter. Like, just do it because it is so beautiful. You want to sit there and have a coffee. I mean, that's just how beautiful the place is. And then sometimes they'll have, in both of these cafes, they'll have live music playing. Yeah. So it just creates quite the ambiance, and you want to be part of it.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Now, of course, we only did this once.
We went to New York Cafe once and Parigi Udvar once.
So that was good. But of course, we're going to go to our regular places, our local spots. Yes. And this is where
it's at.
And this is where we got like awesome bakeries. Our two favorite was Lipoti Pekseg and Picnic Seg. Yeah. Sorry about the pronunciation. But these two were kind of like our go-to. I mean,
and they're both chains. You'll find these kind of peppered around the city in different places. Yeah. And they were really cool.
Yeah. Just the pastries were awesome and inexpensive. Yeah. The coffees were awesome and also inexpensive compared to other coffee places. So we frequented these places a lot. And one of our favorites was Picnic Seg because it happened to be right across the street from Keleti
the train station.
And it is such a beautiful building and it has windows facing it. So you can sit there and you're facing, you know, this beautiful train station. So we really enjoyed it at much better prices.
Yeah, much cheaper.
Yeah, and delicious.
Yeah, it was a great spot and definitely more local.
Lipoti happened to be on our way to the gym. Yeah. So it was not good, guys, because every time coming home from the gym, it was like, should we stop and get a couple of pastries for our coffee later?
She didn't have to twist my arm.
Oh my gosh,
very hard,
it was dangerous. It was dangerous.
The baked goods in Budapest were amazing. One thing to mention or something they're known for is the Esterházy torts. It's just this. It's a classic Hungarian cake, and it's layered. It's something that was invented in Budapest, and it's a must try.
Truly, the cakes and the baked goods, and the cafes. It's great here. I mean, we truly enjoyed lots of that.
Yeah.
We cannot, of course, go out to eat every day. It is very important for us to be able to cook at home and have a little bit more control of what's in our meals. So one of the first things, of course, that we look for is our grocery stores.
Yeah.
There were tons of grocery stores here in Budapest. I mean, just even though there were like the smaller stores, you still could go in there and basically find a lot of your essentials. So we didn't need to have a huge grocery store.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily we did have near us one of the grocery stores called Prima Outlet.
Yep.
It is a Hungarian supermarket. It was actually pretty big, and we were able to get a lot of our stuff from there. But Penny became actually more of our go-to once we discovered it. Penny was only about a 5-minute walk from our apartment.
Yeah, and Penny seemed to have a bigger selection of like fruits and vegetables for us. So, and we incorporate a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables in our meals. So Penny was great,
and also very inexpensive.
Very
I think Prima and Penny are really known for their low prices in this area, because lots of locals shopping here. The only thing that is a recurring theme sometimes when we go shopping is spices. Yeah. Sometimes we're trying to find the right mix of spices that we're used to, but there are obviously other spices that we
finding paprika.
Paprika is definitely
and
a
it was
go-to.
Delicious. It was amazing.
Great paprika.
That's what you do. You just kind of work with what you got, and then you modify and make it work. And then you know what? Hey, we're cooking a little bit more local, and that's fine. That is what it is, and we love it. And something else to mention too, we had a DM, which we were really excited about. If you don't know, DM is a German low-cost cosmetics chain. So anything from shampoos to lotions to even makeup, they sell their own laundry detergents and toilet paper. And it's awesome quality stuff for a very, very low cost. So if you see a DM around, definitely step in and see if you can find something.
Another German store that we had here, and we had this store in Poland as well, is Rossmann. So that's another one that's similar to DM in that there's cosmetics, and they have a range of things that you can get there for good prices. And that was another one that we were able to get. So as far as like our personal care items, our shampoo, conditioner, laundry detergent, vitamins, that kind of thing, we were able to get pretty easily with DM and Rossmann available. Overall, we had a good experience grocery shopping here, price-wise, and and selection. And stay tuned for upcoming videos. We will share how much we spent for our 2.5 months here in Hungary. So that video will be coming out soon as well. So you'll see how much everything costs for us. The transportation in Budapest was incredible.
Dude, it's amazing.
We were never more than a 5-minute walk to a bus stop or a tram stop or even a metro stop. Yep. You know how sometimes you think of Europe and you're like, oh, I'm going to walk everywhere. And you do get a good amount of walking done. Budapest, you have to make sure you make it a point to walk, because the transportation is so accessible really that you don't need to walk much.
It's really good.
It's a few steps and you're at the bus stop.
So the airport is a little bit outside of the city. So we took there's an airport bus.
100E and 200E.
100E and 200E, I think are the bus numbers. Now, this was a little bit under $7 per person each way to get to and from the airport. And in fact, we had an early morning flight on the way out. And that airport bus, we found out there's night buses. That thing runs all night. Buses were packed. The bus was packed full of people. So anyway,
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
The airport bus, take it. It's awesome. It works perfect.
Yes.
As far as monthly transit, we were able to get monthly transit passes. They were like $26 per person, I believe. But we found that amazing because we were able to take the buses, we were able to take the trams, we were able to take the metro, and we're able to get around the city so easily. One thing to note is that these monthly passes do not include the airport. Correct. The airport bus pass is its own pass. You need to buy that separately. The buses, they have their own lane.
So it's, you know how sometimes you're like in the bus, but you're stuck in traffic like everyone else? That is not the case
in
here.
Budapest.
The buses have their own lane. So you are literally flying
Yeah.
past all the traffic. It was amazing.
It was awesome.
And in addition to that, one of the trams takes you around the Parliament building between the Széchenyi Thermal Bath and they say like the Opera House. That's the M1 line. Look up the M1 line and try to take it.
So the locals call it the small underground. It's the second oldest electrified underground train system, second to that of London, the London Underground. And
it is old.
It's old. Yeah.
It is so cool. The cars are different when you get in there.
Little
and it's just
wooden seats inside.
Yeah.
It can open it like in 1896 or something.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It takes you back in time a little bit, and you're like,
yeah.
wow, this is what people were writing.
It's just
100 plus years ago.
All comes down to our initial reaction to this city, Budapest, and how effortlessly beautiful the city is.
Yeah.
Even the older buildings that need to be revamped and stuff yet, it just didn't matter. Like, this city was beautiful without trying hard. It's just an awesome city to stroll. And again, this is what we love about staying for a long time, is that we can just go get lost.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it inspires you to visit Budapest, Hungary. Whether it's a short stay or a long stay, this city is definitely worth your time. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel for more of our travel adventures.
And slow travel with us.
Bye.
Bye.